Aye, shepherd's pie, greetings from the Philippines. Well, going to do an interview today. Got a very exciting chap here. His name's Paul. He's a good mate of mine. He's new to the island. He's new to the expat game. So we're going to have a little chat about his life and his experiences, and we're coming at you from the Rum Bar in Siquijor, which just happens to be both our favourite local. Just going to adjust the cameras a little bit here, fellas. Bear with us. Maybe I'm not because it doesn't want to. But, right, Paul, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you come from, what do you do?
Well, you might be getting us wrong there because I'm not excited. Never been fastly excited. Well, hi, nice to see you, Simon. Yeah, I'm Paul. I'm from England. The other end of you, from you. I'm in the very north, up in near Newcastle. So now I'm here and loving it. But I came out here about 2 months ago. So I quit work this year. Sold up, and here I am.
So you took the big leap into expat life.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's one of those things. You research it, and then after a certain while, you just cross that line in the sand where there's no coming back. You've got to just take the leap.
I can tell by the smile on your face you're not regretting it.
Oh no, it's. I wish I could have done it a few years ago. But it's just lately that you kind of come out here if you haven't got your finances sorted. So
of course.
I had to make sure that was all spot on, and it is. So I can come out here and rest easy. So no issues.
Right. Well, let's jump back to the beginning then. You're from the UK. You said you're from the north. Whereabouts?
Right. I'm from a little town called Siquijor, County Durham. It's a little coastal town that it was famous for fishing, and they have 3 coal mines there. Or they did have, but it's a nice little coastal town on the northeast of England. So I grew up there, and later on with careers and everything, I moved to the next city up, which was Sunderland, and then the next city up from that, which is Newcastle. And I spent 22 years at Newcastle working in NHS.
What did you do in the NHS?
I worked in the pharmacy side. I'm a pharmacy technician. So basically, what that entails, it depends on where you're working. But where I worked originally, you'd come in with your prescription after seeing the doctor, and I would dispense your prescription and give it out to you, give you the advice. And then later on, I specialised in the back of the scenes kind of where we make all of the injections and actually make suppositories and creams and ointments and everything you could want on a prescription for a hospital patient.
And that was your career. I mean, did you have anything before then, or is that the mainly what you did?
That was the main thing. That was for the wage. That was it. And I enjoyed it. It was good. Made lots of friends, and it was interesting work. But after a while, I realised, well, now we've got to start looking forward to the rest of your life, and I didn't have any wife or kids, and I was pretty much
never been married.
Never been married. Got engaged once. That was a mistake. But
well, at least you found out before you got married.
I found out later on what she was like. But no. But relationship-wise, I've had a few in England. But I come out here. There's a lot of expats that come out looking for their bride or whatever, and maybe. But my plan was basically to get out the rat race and just put my feet up a little bit and do the things I want to do. So, and if I meet you some young lady, that would put the cherry on the cake. But you can't live hoping for whatever's going to happen. You just got to make it happen. So I've come out here. I like the weather. I like my food. I like my drink, as you know. A good conversation, and you get all of that here. So no regrets at all. And I would have done it sooner if I could have. But
how old are you?
I'm 47. Yeah.
Well, you've done well, mate. I mean, 47's is young for to knock it all on your head and not work again.
Well, that's it. I'm not technically retired because my pension doesn't come in. A little works pension comes in at 50, and then another little one at 55. But so I've had to budget it, and I've sold everything back in the UK, and now it's all invested. The last 5 years I've been trying to work up to this, so I've been studying hard on investments and making things happen for putting everything away for future use. So I've come out here and I've got a good standard of life. Yeah, it's okay, and I think many people could do it. It's just it's a mindset. You've got to start thinking about it and start planning it and making it happen, because you can't just sit there every day, go back to work, and it's just Groundhog Day, and you've got to be able to switch out of it and come up with your plan.
Oh, I agree entirely,
Yeah.
mate. I mean, some people, if they're happy in their life in the UK, then stay in the UK. But if you're not
Yeah.
happy in your life,
You know.
then for Christ's sake,
Yeah.
you've only got one life.
That's
you know,
it.
live it.
That's it. I mean, it wasn't bad. I haven't escaped a prisoner of war camp, but at the same time, it's you look and you realise what your days are, and it's always the same. Get up in the morning, go to work, come home, shiver for 6 months of the year on your settee with you covered in your little blanket, trying to keep warm. And I just thought, well, no, it's there's more to life. So 47, it's a good age. I'm not over the hill just yet, so I can do everything I want here. It's got everything. So.
Had you travelled much before you came here?
No, not really. In my younger days, I used to do what every Brit does. You go on your holiday to Spain or Portugal or things like that. I did branch out a couple. I went to Cyprus, which was lovely, and had a little visit down to Egypt on the overnight ferry, and yeah, fantastic. But to be honest, the last 12 years I was in England, I never had a holiday. And they used to wind us up at work, and all my friends outside of work would say, "Bah, you're a right bore's arse. You never go away on holiday. You don't have much ambition, do you?" And I was like, "Well,
You're playing a long game.
Well, I'm playing a long game because not that I'm tight, but I'm financially, like, you know, and I just think, right, if I go on a holiday twice a year, like every other one of yous, I'm back at square one. I've done all that effort and spent all that money to go somewhere and get back to zero.
Yeah,
So I
no,
just
yeah,
thought,
totally.
why don't I just like put the hours in, be a bit of a Scrooge, you know, with myself mostly. I've probably got underpants that's older than some of the people I used to work with.
Sorry about that, fellas. We just had a little problem with the old music there. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, carry on, Paul.
So anyway, I decided, right, it's not a short-term holiday, it's a long-term plan. Get out of work as quick as you can, and that's what I've done. So yeah, that's how I played it. And then when the time was right, I carefully done my numbers, really carefully done my numbers, and it all came right. And then that was it. It was time to put the plan into action.
Well done, mate. I'd
Yeah.
take me out of you. I mean,
Yeah.
I think
Well,
you've done the right
you've done
thing.
a similar thing, you know. It's,
Yeah, but I mean, well, yeah. But anyway, it's about you, not me. This
Yeah. But I think that's it. I think that's because there is expats who are younger than me, and you talk to them. It's a similar life story. Some of them are coming out and they've got a little job here online or something to help bring their pounds in, which is great. You can still do that, but I just thought, well, actually, I'm planning to put my feet up and just do things for leisure now. So that's what I've done, and so I put the plan in action, booked my flights, sold the car, sold the house, had my leaving parties, and got on the plane. And actually, it's been great ever since I got to the airport. It was fantastic. It's been. I guess I'm still kind of in holiday mode because there's a few things I need to do.
I think we both are, mate.
Yeah, because I want this to be like a permanent move, and I think it will be. But at the moment, it is. You like your lie-ins. You like you know. I need to get back to the gym. I used to do that a bit in the UK. Because you need something to counteract the lifestyle as well.
Oh, you do, mate.
Yeah.
You should start vlogging.
Well, I tried that once. I did a video on YouTube, but I looked back at the next year, and it was one of those where I needed the Dutch courage to do it. So when I looked back, it was like, God, you're such a bonky. Stop it. So,
I saw that video. I thought you were very good. You came
well,
over.
maybe.
You should give it another go.
when I've got something decent to talk about, I might do one.
Why, yeah, man?
Why I? But no, that's it. There's opportunities here to do that kind of thing. You can do your vlogging. You can do. There's loads of little employment routes if you want something extra. There's many come out here and they set up businesses. There's a couple of Italian fellas that have set up restaurants, and there's one Italian set up a Japanese place, and it's delicious. So there's all sorts of things, business opportunities, just little pieces of work online. It's great. So, but
So what? Because I mean, I find it fascinating that you'd never really travelled, but you took the leap. You saved up. You worked all that, to get the money together.
Yeah.
As an English person, why did you choose the Philippines? Because most English people go to Thailand when they, or Malaysia, Indonesia.
Well, Thailand was originally on my list, but that wasn't the top of my list at the beginning. The top of my list, I thought, well, because I'm not really worldly. I'm not really, as I say, I haven't travelled that much. So I thought my plan when I retire, I would get myself a nice, luxurious motorhome and travel up and down the UK, which is beautiful in itself. You could go up to Scotland, mountains, beautiful. You could go all the coast and Cornwall, beautiful areas. But at the same time, the cost of fuel is crazy. The cost of food's getting up there in England, and I don't want the 6 of the months of the year be freezing myself to death,
Yeah,
So
I know where you're coming from, mate.
And the Philippines, well, I did think of Thailand, but there's a language barrier, and being an Englishman, when we get taught French and a bit maybe Spanish and German at school, but I've never been much at holding on to those languages. So Philippines, they've got the English, and that's a godsend.
I know that's a big thing to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, and I found myself since I come in, that's a big plus. But why Siquijor? Because Siquijor's a little island. It's not. There's a lot of more famous destinations in the Philippines.
There is, and I've worked in the NHS. We've got a lot of Filipinos back home as well. So some of them are my friends, and I was talking to some of them about it, and people who visited the Philippines, and so they're mentioning places, and I don't like cities. I've spent the last 22 years living in one, and they're what you need to do to get the work done, but I'm more of a country boy or seaside, so that's what I wanted. And then as I was looking through the vloggers, there was a couple here in Siquijor. One of them was a man called Calvin, Sunshine.
Yeah, Sunshine Shoulders, I know him. He's
Great
good
guy.
channel.
And not that we have similar life stories at all, but I was watching his vlogs, and it just looked like paradise. You like looking out here, you've got the sea and the sand. It's beautiful, the clear water. You've got your sunset here, and when I came to the Philippines, I was proved right, because when I came to Cebu was lovely. It's a lovely city, and then I got the bus down, and it was a bit too busy, and then Siquijor's very clean. I don't know what it is, but all the roads, there's not a bit of trash anywhere. Everything's beautifully clean.
It is very clean. It's a lot cleaner compared to Dumaguete.
And I think there's an island attitude here. It's a very relaxed attitude. The locals here, everyone's... The closest I can think of it is like when in the UK is if you watch a film from like the Caribbean or something like that. It's a very chilled vibe. You've even got reggae singers here, which is great. The Bob Marley beat going down on a night. That's brilliant. But no, I always had my eye on Siquijor, and I knew that was going to be a destination. I was probably going to go and visit Moal Boal on the way, which is another town where one of my friends had been. But then I thought, no, Siquijor's my final destination, and I just wanted to get here.
You're not sick, are you?
I will be if I keep this up, but no, but
it's the red horse that makes
it. You'll
be alright and stay on San Miguel Light.
That catches up on you. If you have a couple of red horse, it's like 1 minute you're fine, the next minute you're in zombie land. Yeah.
So it's lived up to your expectations, or better, worse?
Surpassed it.
Really? That's good.
Yeah. At first, I did struggle with the weather. Because it's just hot all the time. Well, what we would call hot. It's either 28 to 32 degrees Celsius. I couldn't work that out in Fahrenheit. But in the UK, it's about probably just barely above freezing at the moment. So that was a bit of a shock. I'd be sweating, and I'd only be able to come out like when the sun was pretty low in the sky. I couldn't come out in the height of it. But it's only been 2 months, and now I'm finding it all. Yeah. So I had issues with sunburn and all at the beginning, but that's died down. I think I've toughened up a little bit, but no, it's all great.
And what's your budget out here? What are your living costs?
Yeah, I did set a plan. I keep an eye on it closely. Well, at the moment, I've checked back in I've only been here 2 months, and each month it's been around 1,200 quid, $1,500. But
well, I tell you what, if you're spending 1,200 quid.
I
know for a fact you're living very well, because a lot of people, when you talk about the 1,200,000 mark, they say that you can't live on this, can't live on that. But we have a good life. We go out, and we go out,
yeah.
and we social. You know what I mean? We're doing everything we want to do, and you're on a 1200 mark. I'm on probably a little bit higher than that.
Yeah.
But
But I can't go higher than that. I think I'd probably start checking myself and putting things straight. If I got to like 1700, I'd probably start thinking, well, maybe I could bring it back a bit. But that's 1200 quid with that's my accommodation. That's me scooter rent because it's handy to have a little scooter around here, and it suits me fine. And I don't. At the end of the month, I'm not thinking, right, I've got 100 quid left of me 1200 quid. I'll ration it. If I go over, I go over, and it's okay.
that's the attitude, mate. That's the attitude. Life's too short to really budget.
I budgeted for the last 30 years. I don't need to budget now. Yeah.
And it's paying off now, mate.
It's paying off now, and but not to say I wouldn't go back and visit the UK again. I might do that quite a regular thing, but if I was going back to the UK, it would be in the summer months, and it'd probably be about 2 weeks or a month, and then I'd be back. Because this feels like home now.
So, what do you think is the best thing about Siquijor?
There's too many to mention. I'll list 4 or 5 for you. First of all, it's easy to get here. There's flights from Manila and Cebu to Dumaguete, which is just over the water, and it's a short, lovely little hour ferry ride over here.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you, mate. I think the problem with Siquijor, the one problem is it's too difficult to get to. I mean, most places you can fly to. To get here, you've got to fly to, then you've got to fly down to Dumaguete, then you've got to get the ferry. So you're talking 2 days to get here, 3 days easily.
Oh, but isn't that part of the charm as well? Because if it was literally just like a 5-minute plunge in the sea from Dumaguete, everyone would be here, and they've turned it into Dumaguete, which is nice in itself. But
yeah, no, right. I get that. I'm just surprised you put that as your number one.
I think it's like to find paradise. That's corny as hell. Like,
it's worth the journey,
but
mate.
to find that, it's like it's not that far. Right, so there's that, like the location. The weather's great once you get used to it. I made the mistake of coming here. Not a mistake. It was a lovely place I stayed in, but you need to get out of your AC room, and you need to take a fan room because
no, I don't.
Because when I was in the AC room, I was scared to come out for the heat and the sweating. Give it a couple of weeks in a fan room, all that settles down. You can climatise. It's great.
Mate, I had several years in Thailand with fans. I know how it works. Yeah. I can do it, but I've no rush to do it again. You know what I mean?
So there's that. The people, of course, like they're great. They always want a conversation with you. They're always happy to talk. You sit at the bar, they're all talking, and everybody's shouting you over for have a drink with them. You go for a meal at the restaurant, and they come in and talking to you. It's lovely. So the people. Now, it's just the land here. It's great. Like on this island, as you know, there's one road that goes all the way around the island, and that's pretty much it. There's a few little dusty tracks inland, but it's great. You've got the road on our side of it. You've got a lovely beach, lovely sunset, clear water. You've got coconut trees hanging over the beach, and on the other side you've got all the wildlife. You've got the bananas, and you've got everything. It's so that's the land, the beauty of the land. Mentioned the weather.
The thing is, though, for me, I'm getting up because obviously I want the viewers to get the idea of Siquijor.
Yeah.
Virtually everything you've listed, you can get in a lot of places, mate. There is a lot of islands around the world that look like this. You know, there's other places in the Philippines might look a bit nicer. The reason I'm saying that is, for me, it's the people. The people are amazing. I have never been anywhere in the world where the people are as good as they are here.
Yeah.
Been to a lot of places as attractive as this. You can go to coast, you know what I mean. So I'm just saying that, you know, if you travelled more, I think you'd say the most amazing thing about this place is the people.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I'll put that way up there.
Just putting words in your mouth.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not lovely. Lovely, yeah, they are lovely. It's very much like the people of North England. Not in London, but no, they are lovely people. And that is a big draw. And if they weren't lovely, I wouldn't be here. So they're the kind of people that you could make long-term friendships and relationships with. So,
I'm sure you have already, mate. I know some of the people you know, and I think we'll be in touch with them forever.
We're all friends. We're all on Facebook together and messaging each other all day. So it's all great. Yeah.
So how long do you think you'll stay here? Or why are you not planning that far ahead?
I'm not planning on leaving here. So as I say, you come to Asia and you want to maybe explore a few other countries, but I think this is going to be my base I feel it. But I've only been here 2 months, so you know I'd be a fool to make any solid plans. That's what I was doing. That's why I'm still. Well, that's why I'm renting places for now, because eventually I'll want to do what many of the expats have here done, is try and get some property, and that's later down the road. But at the moment, I just want to give it this good solid trial run, you know, test everything, and just say, and eventually, hopefully, I'll pick the right spot. But I'd be pointless going more than 2 weeks to Thailand or Cambodia or Vietnam anyway, because I'm absolute nightmare with languages. You know, I could probably order a beer in French, but I'd get that wrong. So.
Well, they don't speak French over there, so that's not going to give you much help. But you will end up travelling. Now you said about the property, I'm not going to do it on camera, but I'm going to spend the rest of my life talking you out of buying property.
Well, there are some scare stories, but that's for future. And to be honest, you can rent here very, very reasonably. It's
rent all the way, mate.
Yeah, rent all the way, and then it does give you the freedom of just moving if you get sick. But no, there's all many sorts of options here for living. But
what's been the worst thing though? There must be something that you've struggled to get used to, or you miss, or.
Well, yeah, you're used to living all your life in one country, so there's a few things that you miss. But just maybe a few dishes that they try and recreate here for you. But maybe a Sunday dinner. But you know, I don't want to turn this into.
You are a northerner.
Yeah, I don't want to turn this into. Like the Brits have turned Spain into, where it's just like an extension of England on the coast of the south. I don't want that.
Yeah. So, that's the appeal of this place.
So maybe a few dishes, but I can live without. That's a happy compromise. You've got to get used to the sound of cockerels crowing all the time, and I think I have. At the beginning, it was a bit of a, my God, that goes on all night. But no, after a while, you get used to that. But miss. Nah, I don't think. Obviously, you miss your friends and family, but they're always there. They're always on. Just technology now. They're always just on the other side of WhatsApp.
When you're just saying then about you don't want it to turn into Spain. Yeah, you're right. That's another thing with Siquijor. I think Siquijor must be. I mean, I haven't travelled to Philippines. I've not been many places, but he's certainly a lot less westernised than anywhere else I've been in the Philippines compared to Dumaguete, Manila, etc. This does. I mean, they speak English, but it's not been what. It's still untouched. This place.
But I think just with Filipino history, what they've had with Americans in the recent history, they're very accommodating to Westerners anyway. They're very clued up on what we're like anyhow. So it's not like you're walking into the jungle somewhere. These people are they know the technology. Their technology is the same as ours, you know. So they're used to everything here. Get the odd brown out here, which is our power cut or blackout, but you can live with that. Yeah.
Of course you can.
Yes, you can.
So basically, it's exceeded your expectations.
Yeah.
You're very happy here.
Very happy.
Siquijor's the place for you.
Yeah, definitely for the next year or so, and then if I want to visit, I'll somewhere else after that. I'll go, but this is home for now.
I'm going to be a bit cheeky now. I'm going to steal a couple of tricks off Mark Thornton. I hope he's not pissed off with me, but I'm going to ask you the 2 questions he asks at the end of his interviews.
God.
What's the worst thing or the worst experience that's ever happened to you in your life, and what's the best? Can be a decision, can be, you know.
Worst thing. You know what? I've gotten through life pretty easy. Yeah, I've made blunders in my life, but I don't think honestly, I'm struggling for one with that. Yeah, I've made a few little bad business decisions or financial decisions, but who haven't? But there's nothing that's actually ever crippled us. So I've never had that. I'm a very cautious person. I used to be. So thankfully I've avoided that. And what's the best thing that ever happened to us?
You're very lucky, mate. I tell you,
yeah,
you've never had a bad thing.
I think I always seek to land on my feet. I think I'm not very adventurous anyway. So probably I haven't attracted that kind of risk. So no, I'll have to give you on that, a blank. Best decision I've ever made? I've made lots.
Or the best thing that's ever happened?
Best thing that's ever happened. I don't know. Best thing that's ever happened? Probably deciding to come here. I don't know, because I've getting to my life, not everybody else's life. I've been living for them for all these years, and now it's my turn. And realising that, I think that's maybe the best decision I made.
Well, I agree with you. It's my best decision being an expat, and I'm glad you feel the same way. Well, it's been great talking to you, Paul. I really appreciate doing the interview. You're only my second, so apologies if I didn't make you feel comfortable or I was a bit, Anyway, yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks for your time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate it, and best of luck with Siquijor on your expat life. Who knows? We might interview you again in the future.
Yeah, I'm always here. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. See ya. Thanks.